Hello guys, welcome back to the Chelsea Godfather. It's the Chelsea Godfather reporting back to duty. That's my nervous laughter again, and that's not good news. Chelsea 1, Celtic 4. Chelsea 1, Celtic 4. You heard it right, and here's my little cheat sheet. And on the cheat sheet, it says Sanchez, man of the match. Right? Our goalie, Sanchez, was my man of the match in a game that we lost 4-1 comfortably. It really should have been 4-0 if not for the last minute, PK. So, but that's neither here nor there. But if you were Poch out, I mean, you guys go back to my previous videos. If you're Poch out, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear anybody complaining and crying and whining like a baby, blaming the ownership. Clear leg, clear clown, clear this, clear that. Don't talk. Please do not talk. Just shush it. Shush it, because that's all you guys do is complain, 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 and complain. When things go bad, Chelsea fan base goes in meltdown mode. Predictably, we always go in meltdown mode. At some point in time, as a fan base, we have to grow up. We have to grow up, right? It was nice, it was sweet, 20 years of Roman hiring and firing, and we're winning along the way without having to worry about FFP. Guys, things have changed. Things are totally changed. That's not going to be happening. We can hire and fire, but we're not going to be able to go out and buy the type of players, the caliber of players that Roman was buying, players in their prime. That's not happening. It's not happening. And if you look around across Europe, you will notice that generally across the board, that is what's going on. Players that are being signed are rarely the guys in their prime or approaching to be over the hill. Those type of players are just not moving as they used to, right? Why? Because of FFP, because of PSR. And so when you understand the climate that we're in, then what you have to understand is that patience is needed, is necessary. It's necessary. And I'm speaking as a fan, one of the few fans that was poached in until the 5-0 game against Arsenal. That was the one time that I pretty much flipped. That was pretty much just about the one time that I flipped, right? But I mean, obviously at the end of the season, he finished strong, 5 straight wins, and then everybody flipped and said, Poch in. So nobody should complain, right? Because when you change managers, this is always on the card. And what is this? This is basically, we need time. Players need time to understand what they're doing. You have a brand new, manager. The system that he has, the playbook that he has in place is more integrate, a little more complex than what Pochettino had. And so the players need time. And so if you notice the Wrexham game and this game, what you notice is players pretty much trying to play to instruction. They're playing and they're hearing Maresca's voice in their head. Stay here, don't go there. Stay here. Push there. Okay, come back. They're playing with his voice in their head, not necessarily Maresca shouting on the sideline. They're thinking and playing. And if you understand how to play the game, if you play the game at every level, at any level, you know that when you think as opposed to play, when you think more than playing out instinctively, then I mean you're pretty much going to be coming up second to almost every tackle. You're going to come up second to closing down on spaces, right? You're going to be coming up short in just about most of the key aspects of the game, and especially when you play against a team like Celtic. This is Celtic's 5th preseason game, so Celtic is already pretty much ready to start their season, and their season starts on Saturday. Their regular season starts on Saturday, so they are ready to go. Now, I'm not making any excuses, but you have one team on one side that has had a manager in place. Obviously, they're the defending champions in the Scottish League, and this is their 5th game, and everything is in place, and they just roll over plan, right? They just rolling it over. There's nothing new to learn, just fine tune. That's what you saw from Celtic. In our case, it's like we ripped the playbook from last year. We have a brand new playbook, and we have to learn it. And this is our second day at the office, learning the new playbook. And that's what you saw. So, I mean, I can come out here and, because I have a whole bunch of players that I want to criticize and rip. And, some of them deserve it and some don't deserve it. But the reality is, when you're not comfortable with what you're supposed to do on the job, you're going to be prone to mistakes. And it doesn't matter how good a worker you are, or how good an employee you are, or in this case, how good a player you are, you will be prone to some unexpected mistakes, or some rookie kind of mistakes. Not because you're a rookie or because you're not a good player, but it's just because you're still trying to have an understanding of what the job that you're meant to do. And that's basically, in a nutshell, what happened for most of today. And it was a disastrous day. We got destroyed by Celtic 4-1. 4-1, and they deserve to score 6 goals if it wasn't for the brilliance of the much maligned Sanchez, whom every player Chelsea fan says that he doesn't deserve to be on this club. But hopefully you guys can just calm down and see that he does deserve to be on this club. He's a very good goalie. Yes, he has his issues in dilly-dallying on the ball and one or two heartache moments. Hopefully, knock on wood, he'll clean those out. And hopefully it's not going to be as suicidal the way that he played in today's game, almost playing damn near the halfway line. I mean, I know Maresca wants his goalie to join and play, but that was a little bit too much for me to watch, and I don't expect it to be that often. But the point I'm trying to make is that Sanchez is a good goalie. He's a good enough goalie. If we don't achieve whatever objectives that we have this season, and for instance, if it's top 4 or winning the Euro Conference League, it wouldn't be because Sanchez is our goalie. That's what I'm trying to say. It will be because one of many issues. Number one is our wing play. Our wing play today was non-existent. Mudryk might as well have been a red cone on the pitch. Clueless. He was just right there, and they use little passes, triangles, draw a triangle around Mudryk, and just keep moving and score easy goals. That's how both our goals came from Mudryk's side, simply because Mudryk has zero understanding of his defensive responsibility. He's a talented player, but you wouldn't know it. You wouldn't know, like if you judge Mudryk by this game and maybe some of the previous games where he was horrible last season, you wouldn't know he's actually a talented player. He has talent, but guy, if you don't have an understanding and an application of your responsibilities on the pitch, you just might as well be a ghost. And in the first half, we played with practically 10 players because Mudryk was just non-existent. Then, Noni needs to show us more. He needs to show growth. Like, if you only have one leg and the left leg is all you got, bro, at least just try and get by your man. Just try, just know, let's know that you're going to get by your man. The entire first half, Noni didn't even try to even get by his man. I was watching the clock, yes. I was watching the clock. I think only maybe one time. He had one early moment where he squared the ball. I think Chukwuemeka, should have scored around the 5th minute. But apart from that, Noni was existent. There's no way you can play a high line. You have Mudryk on one side, non-existent, Noni on the other side, giving you nothing. Then everything is then congested in the middle. It doesn't really matter who's playing in the middle at that point. And so you cannot hold on to the ball. And if you're playing a high line and you have less than 80%, you should have at least 75% or more of meaningful possession. You should be just hogging the ball. If you're not hogging the ball, or if it's 50-50 in possession, and you're playing a crazy high line, the type of high line that will make Angie of Tottenham Spurs proud. But you only in our case, the first time we only had 49% of possession, and you played a high line. That's an invitation for disaster. It's a recipe for disaster, and that's in fact that's why we were lucky. We were very lucky, thanks to Sanchez. He made at least 2 brilliant saves. Those are crazy world-class save that he made. And I'm sure you guys know the one I'm talking about. Then he had the other one on his near post that he saved with his foot. That ball, that type of shot beat Petrovic at least 3 or 4 times near post shot last season. But I'm just gonna let that go, right? So guys, the point of the matter here is this: we need time. We need time. If you're Poch out, you should calm down and shush it. This is not the time to criticize the players, to criticize Maresca, to criticize Bowley and Clearly, because this is what you guys wanted. This is what you all wanted. You guys wanted the manager to be changed by Christmas. Okay, well, it wasn't changed by Christmas, but he hasn't changed. So nobody should complain. So stop being unnecessarily hypocritical. And that's just the way I feel. That's the way I feel. Now, I'm still just as diehard a Chelsea fan as you guys are, and I'm hoping and praying that we're able to, our guys are able to learn the system, right? I have some other notes to make, but I mean it's too, I don't want this video to go too long. Like for instance, the situation with James, that might have to be a whole different video, because I have my own thoughts and ideas as to what makes sense, and it's not what you guys are actually thinking. So that's all I have for today. Our next game is on Wednesday in Atlanta against Club America, and that's going to be another tough one, because I believe these guys are already in they're in their season form. Club in America is in season form, so it's good. They're going to be waiting for us. It's going to be tough, and this is what we need. Chelsea needs to be playing these type of games now, not when the season starts. We need to be playing now so we can hopefully get better. Thankfully, we have 4 more games left. Whether we lose all the 4 games, it's not that important. Pochettino was it 5-1? He even won a meaningless trophy in preseason. And what happened in the start of the season? By Christmas, or is it by New Year, we were trapped in 12th place, 12th place, right? So please, guys, let's just calm down. Let's just calm down and just take it one step at a time, and try and support the guys, and just have patience. The same patience that we didn't have last season, and we finally found out the hard way. Let's not make that same error twice, and just be patient. Give these guys room to work and settle into the system. And hopefully, things are going to begin to make sense, sooner rather than, later. Guys, how do y'all feel? Please leave your comments below. Like this video, share this video. Take care. God bless you guys. Peace.